Someone said in chat, oh, hi everyone. Why have Twitch stopped recommending Melpert? I feel like Twitch is still recommending Melpert. I don't really know what that means. Maybe it just means I'm not, like, being pushed to certain people's pages. I don't know. Let me know if that's a thing that's happening. Notifications, you gotta smash the bell, you gotta fucking kick it in the dick. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. You know what I need to do? I need to always do all caps with emojis and put drama in the title. Get in here, big drama. Emoji, all caps. Explosions. Nah, I don't really know what works. I don't know. Vinny, have you seen the Pee-wee documentary Jay mentioned in the new RLM? No, but I'm going to at some point, definitely. I'm really interested in that documentary. So welcome to the stream, everybody. Today we're going to do some RimWorld later, because I'm just addicted to the game and really want to play more of it. We need to provoke the void. And also some explosions. Now, I did a little research, and several suggestions from chat members and all the others. Alizarin, a lot of people sent me suggestions for firework games, and none of them look as good as Fireworks Mania. So that's the problem. There's some other firework games. I downloaded one. I may check it out briefly. But this game just seems... it's become tradition. It's just a good game. I mean, that plus there's always updates, and there's always some workshop stuff, so I could download all kinds of shit. And there's a nuke. I did do fireworks in VR at one point, and I also was stuck in an airport in VR a couple of years ago. So, yeah. But it is 4th of July, and for me, you know, I know that there's certain things that suck for a lot of people, and I know it's not something that people necessarily want to celebrate sometimes, but for me, I grew up, I had a family that liked fireworks when they were legal in New York. I liked explosions. I liked the nice lights. And for me, it was like, weirdly, a sense of community. You knew that everyone that was lighting up a firework was a neighbor, was someone that was just spending money on this shit purely to entertain a bunch of kids in the neighborhood. And that's kind of really what was most exciting. It was something that I felt like, you know, you don't really, especially if you live in a very, like, crowded place, you don't know all your neighbors. You don't know all the people you live around. And the fireworks, for me, what I liked about it was like, wow, that house always has the best fireworks. Who are these people? So then you go take a walk, and you see them, and they have this show that they're doing. And it was kind of nice. You know, it was more about people, and people would walk by and watch our show, and sometimes, you know, you'd walk and meet other people. So it was fun. It was a fun holiday. I guess it still can be. In New York, they kind of made it illegal. Doesn't really stop people, but it is under the facade of illegality. But you know, it's something also, too, that, like, it can be... you know, I've seen people really kind of fuck up their hand via firework, or their house. So it's something that I get why it's a problem, but I still like watching them. I still like playing things and blowing shit up in video games. And this has become a tradition, and I like doing it, so thank you for joining. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, properly. But I'm doing this a little bit early, because I'm not streaming tomorrow. So, I'm just gonna stream the fireworks now and then do some RimWorld. Also, I wanted to show you guys something. This is not me. You can stop sending this to me. Stop tagging me in this. It's not me. Thank you. I don't know who this guy is that's got swamp crotch. I don't know why it's setting off TSA alarms. This guy doesn't even look fucking real. I know people are like, Vinny doesn't seem real. He seems like a tulpa or something. It's not me. It's, man, it does look, it looks like me a little bit. Of all the VDS, this one probably looks the most like me. It's kind of weird, actually. You know what? Ugh. That doesn't even look like you. And then everyone else is saying that it looks exactly like you. You know what? It looks enough like me. Generic white dude, facial hair, Leon Kennedy. However, it's not a shirt I'd ever wear. So yeah, if you are Mary J. Rottencrotch and you go through a TSA detector and the alarm goes off, now you know why. So be careful, you know what I mean? Don't even just shower, dry that shit up, bring yourself some fucking paper towels to the airport, and then just go on through. And then you can Rottencrotch it up on the plane. So I'm just saying, this is a PSA for the TSA. Also, people keep tagging me in this.
Oh, yeah. We all live in a submarine. But hey, lads, what color was our submarine? Shut up, Ringo. I'm bowling out of
the
control.
fucking faces.
He's bowling. He's bowling. Yeah, let's bloody go.
These are also, like, they're kind of barely Beatle faces. That's just Harry Potter. You just know it's them because of the bright outfits and like the facial hair, and there's okay, you want to talk about, let's talk about this. First of all, that is a video called Ball McCartney from Hydraulic Beanbag. So go check out Hydraulic Beanbag if you want more of this nonsense. John looks Asian. You know what's funny? I actually have a friend who thought John Lennon was Asian growing up because he did have... He in a lot of younger pictures of himself, he did... Anyway, listen. Talk about faces being kind of like, what's the bare minimum for recognition? Here's what it is. Okay. The hair, maybe a mustache, a general outfit, and like some basic facial features. Like, the George doesn't even look like George at all to me. Ringo is just like a squat dude with a mustache. John, the nose is a little bit more John-like, you know, and it's the squint as well. He does that, you know, because of the vision. He didn't have good vision. Right. Okay. McCartney is pretty good. I gotta say, McCartney's pretty good. That's pretty... I like that. I bet these guys got swamp crotch after this game of basketball. Look at that. That's great. That's a fantastic frame. Oh, man. There's just so much here. There's so many great little moments in this video, this 40-second video. Chad, that's an emote. I don't even know what this represents, as I always say. Paul needs longer eyelashes. That is true. That is true. Well, you know, we were bowling. You know, 4 guys. We were on different sides of the court, 2v2, and we were just a band. We were balling, thrashing about, you know. Boom goes the dynamite. I rammed into John. I love that video. Thank you for that. That's fantastic. Vinny, I saw you at too many games. Why does your voice sound higher in person? Were you the person that asked me that in person? It's a lot of uses of the word person. Babbitt, you met me. Is my voice higher in person? We had extended conversation. What do you think? No, it's the same El Mayo. Huh. Yelling in public as opposed to speaking in a room. So that was my answer. Someone actually, that might be the chat member, they didn't reply, but I'll answer this question, I think, to the best of my ability, which is, yeah, okay, so, you know, when I'm going through a microphone with compression and with EQ, and I can hear myself very well, I don't have to project as much, and I can speak at a normal volume. This volume, this particular speaking at a convention, you would not hear me over the low roar of the crowd. So it's funny because those 2 days at TMG, when I came home, my voice was more tired and more like worn a bit than it was when I did the show and sang 23 songs, some very, very loud and screamy the week before. So I don't really... Yeah, it's weird that that happens like that, but that was an hour and a half of singing versus, I would say, a good 5 hours a day of just loud speaking. But yeah, you definitely need to project and kind of get your voice over that noise, and I guess just inherently my tone was a little higher, so... Honestly sound the same, but chat members' ears could be better than mine. The singing was practiced, too. Yeah, I suppose that actually... yeah. Was not actually expecting an answer to that, says the chat member. Oh, you know, it's an interesting thing to talk about. I don't mind. Vinny, I saw you at the TSA line the other day, and everything got held up when the detector went off. You sounded the same, though. There you go. Now it's me. Perfect. Swampert. Alright, well, everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining, and I hope you're all doing okay. And, you know, hang in there, and let's blow some shit up, alright? Blow some shit up. Oh, okay, the game is, okay. Johnny's gonna cut this probably, but I loaded up Fireworks Mania, and, it doubled my resolution. Even though I loaded it up before, and it was normal. This do happen sometime. Okay. Well, now, chat, I have to change my refresh rate. Surprised Windows 10 doesn't have a way to automatically bring back your preferred refresh rate when you switch back to a different resolution. And if any of those words meant anything to you, then that's great. I'm still on Windows 10, yeah. No Windows have that. Hmm. Chat, am I being gaslit? There's nothing on screen. No. You're not going to see light via gas. You're going to see light via gunpowder.